Right then, as you can no doubt probably tell by the title, this is called Rapid Reload. This is a run and gun style game that was created in the very early days of the PlayStation. In fact, this is the 4th game ever to be released on the PlayStation here in the UK. Right, as you can no doubt probably tell from the get-go, this is a very old school style game. Nothing too new or revolutionary about this game. It got panned basically for being 2D, same as Sudoku, the famous Konami RPG which now costs £40 on eBay. Yeah, I bet PSN will regret giving that one a 5, eh? Anyway, as I was saying, just because this game's 2D and it's early doesn't mean it's crap. In fact, the same as Sudoku, this game is actually fantastic. Right, Rapid Reload doesn't really break the mold anywhere in its current gender, but it does it so well that you just don't really care. This game bears more than a passing resemblance to Treasure's fantastic Gunstar Heroes, holds up very well to the classics like Metal Slug and Gunstar Heroes and Gunforce, for example. Essentially, you can be either one of 2 characters. You've got to fight through 6 really quite big levels, actually. Each level has 3 different bosses, one which you're about to see now. One word of warning, this is the first level, and the first 2 sub-bosses in this game are so ridiculously easy. All you have to do is like duck in the corner and use your big electric gun, and essentially you've beaten the boss. Saying that though, each of the bosses look absolutely fantastic. Look at the amount of animation on that boss. Just look at it. And there's no slowdown as well. It's absolutely fantastic. Anyway, now that easily dispatched bosses out of the way, I can get on to discovering what the rest of the game's like. One final word about the bosses in this game is that later on in this game, in fact, all the way through this game, they are actually really good and very well designed. It's very imaginative bosses, a lot different from what you would normally see in a run and gun style game anyway. Saying that, talking about normal run and gun style games, this game essentially controls like any other game of its genre. Basically there's a shoot button, there's a bomb button, there's a jump button. You can switch between 4 different weapons, big fireball blast, normal rapid shot, freeway shot, and the big laser beam, which I like to personally use on bosses, since it means you don't actually have to aim at them. But there is one other feature that this game has lifted from non-Treasure/SNK sources, and that is Bionic Commando's grappling hook, which makes getting around the levels a lot more easier and actually a lot more entertaining, and also gives the game a bit more scope to your average run and gun style game. Right, as I said before, the presentation of this game isn't exactly revolutionary, but it is beautifully well done. The music is fantastic. The graphics also are very good, although there are some slight graphical glitches, as you saw in the beginning of the stage. If we keep tapping the button, the guy does the sort of demented chicken walk from Resident Evil, where you keep tapping the forward button very slightly. Well, on this, if you hold the button, he actually does do the proper running animation, as opposed to like his gliding, so to speak. I can't really fault the game for that. Overall, though, the actual presentation and sound on this game is fantastic. It's what you'd expect from a next generation console, so to speak. Well, next generation compared to SNES, Mega Drive, etc. Anyway, the backgrounds also in this game are actually very good looking. Perhaps not up to SNK standards, but at least these guys have inputted their own fresh sort of images into the game, and not using the same old 10-year-old sprites. Some crazy like sort of cat soldiers come chasing after you and stuff like that. Over said and done, this game does use quite a lot of the cliches in running gun-style games, i.e. there's a jungle level, there's a factory level, etc, etc. But you can't really fault the game for that. Overall, I really want this game to get a sequel, or at least a remake. Unfortunately, this game probably won't even be re-released on the PSP, which is a shame because it's actually one of the PSX's, well, best kept secrets basically. Anyway, I'm now going to leave you to enjoy this boss battle, and let's hope this game gets a sequel.
Yeah.